Hi, Roland. How are you doing? It's an honor to be doing this interview with you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, yeah. So we have nearly winter, or it's winter officially, but it's sunny outside, a bit colder, but still nice. So I'm still in a t-shirt, which is not normal here, you know. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm quite positive. A lot of plans we have, myself and the band Masterplan,
Mhm.
and yeah, so quite exciting in the moment.
Yeah, and the kickoff to those plans is the re-release of your debut album. That is the 20th anniversary of Masterplan. Why, besides being like the 20th anniversary, why was there any other reason that made you re-release the album now?
Yes. Um, to be honest, it's a bit late. It's coming out, I think, now, beginning of November, and some days, 10th, I guess.
10th, yeah.
And it's nearly 21 anniversary, you know.
Yeah, it was released in January
It
originally.
was end of January, yeah, exactly. And so I had the idea not just to release an anniversary. It's nothing so special. I mean, I'm proud of this album, and it's special album for me and for the fans. Many people say it's the best debut album of a band they heard or something. But the main reason for me was the DVD. I had this material lying here in my house or studio for 20 years now, and after some years, I like 13 years ago, I was already working on the audio material. There was some kind of details missing, or something was wrong. Like one kick drum they forgot from Uli to record. So, and the technique wasn't so good 13 years ago, and I just tried again 2 years ago, and I found a trick to replace the missing kick drum. So I heard it in the background, very quiet, with a lot of noise of the
Mhm.
ambience of the venue. And so it took me 1 or 2 days just to make his kick drum click by hand, not by feeling. I saw the
Yeah,
transient, but the transient was so bad that 13 years ago I couldn't do it. But now I made it. I sent the files to Uli, and he said, "What do you think?" I'm mixing now the DVD, and also I mixed the DVD editing parts in my computer. I never did this before, and I was so proud. I thought maybe AFM should put it as an anniversary package with a CD together. And that's what was the point, because you can't release a DVD now with the old lineup from 20 years ago. It doesn't make sense, you know?
yeah, exactly.
Why, why Masterplan is doing this now? So I thought this is like anniversary. People should remember the lineup, which was, of course, amazing at that time. We were very enthusiastic, and I think that was the main reason why we're doing it now.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I was really surprised to see that this live show was released in 2003. I mean, it really captures like was recorded in 2003. It really captures the essence of the tour of that album, of the debut album that it was originally.
Yeah, I think we didn't have more material, so we had a support slot. Of course, we didn't play 1.5 hours. We just played 50 or 55 minutes, and so we played nearly the whole album. And I think just Into the Light, the last blues song, I forgot the name, and Sail On we didn't play. So 3 songs we didn't play, I guess. So, but it's a good kind of you know some statement. I remember when we were asked from the crew of Hammerfall. They did also the DVD there. So we used the same crew, and the crew came to us. You want that filming Masterplan as well? And I said, maybe. But then when I heard the price, that was quite expensive. So we used a lot of money for this from the band, for merchandise and stuff from the tour. We just spontaneously said, okay, let's do it. So after the show, they gave me this CD. It was 9 tapes of video. I don't even know the name what it was. It's special cassettes you can't even use. It's professional stuff. And the audio they gave me. So the audio I could always listen sometimes and fooling around, but the video I didn't see for 20 years. So that was the point. So I went last year to Hamburg to a guy who's transferring this audio video material to normal system, which I could use in my normal computer. And I watched it, and I had, like I said, 9 tapes, so 9 different cameras. And then I said, okay, some stuff was not so good, was too dark or something, or just the audience. We had 2 of them. So, but we had at least 5. Each band member had 1 camera, and I think the bass player Jan and Axel, the keyboard player, shared 1 camera. So it was not so easy to get everybody equal, you know. But at least it's something to remember. And also we had my ex-brother-in-law was traveling to visit us with his private camera and his girlfriend at that time. So they had 2 private cameras, and they filmed also the backstage parts, behind the scene. And I use this material as well, just for the fans, because this is not top quality, you know. But what else you want to have, you know? Something special. It's better than some mobile phone on YouTube film to show. This is like, see how we talk, how we eat, how we make jokes. We made an animated interview, Uli, Jon, and me, and so people can watch it and enjoy it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and it is.
In the morning, I'm talking quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really great, and I wasn't expecting it to look so good, because I mean, it was recorded in 2003. Like, the quality of recording isn't the same that you have these days. That it looks really, really good. You know, that was also part of your work, like in the studio, like editing and
the mixing process. I think I really like to mix live material, because I started, I think, 12 years ago with the band Sebastian from Czech Republic, and they played in Masters of Rock live. And there was Tony Martin from Black Sabbath, a special guest. So, and I was invited, and so I mixed this one, and people made so many compliments about the sound and the live mixing guy. And I said, no, I mixed it in the studio. So it's just a raw material you get, and then you mix it in the studio. And the same I did then with Masterplan, also Masters of Rock. We did the DVD and the Wacken. So I mix it as well. And then later some other parts. So I really like this stuff. And I like the ambience, this kind of material, the extra microphones you get. I try to keep them as much as possible in, that you get the feeling it's not too dry or it's too fakey, you know. It should be like the real applause and not screaming of people between the songs. In the songs, you make it a bit less because you want good sound. It's a kind of stuff I like to do.
Yeah, and it's an art as much as writing the songs. That's such an art as well. And you know, now moving on from the DVD to the CD itself, the album wasn't remastered or recorded or anything. It's the same thing as the album was originally, right?
Yeah, I was asked from our label, should we do remastering? I said, what do you want to remaster? I like the sound like it is, you know. I'm not a big fan of remastering, you know. When I heard the remastering of my favorite bands from the 70s, I said, why? I grew up with a sound. Why you want to have more bass or more high end without having any influence on each instrument? You just put some equalizer on and more compression. And in the 70s, there was not big or loud records. There was like a lot of dynamic. And I thought this album was perfect for me, you know. No, of course, some guys complaining. I heard people say from the X band, there was too sounded too digital, sounded too high tech or something, you know. They want warm sound. I like brutal sounds. I mean, I'm a big fan of Rammstein, and I like this kind of massive guitars and stuff and modern production. And for that time, was it modern? You know, now it's maybe not modern so much anymore because many bands can do it now. But I like the mastering and the mixing at that time, and the recording is basically the biggest part of the sound. You know, I just realized I'm now working with a new album of Masterplan, and I tried to mix and mix. I said, I don't have to mix it. It sounds already good. You know, it's like when you record really good, each instrument as much as possible, you have just very little details to do. You know, some bands you need a lot because the sound is horrible. You know,
Yeah.
but that's what I realized. And I said to AFM, no, don't change anything.
Yeah, and did like the rest of the members, the rest of the band at the time, like Uli and Bjorn, did they have any word to say on any of this part of the re-release?
I was talking a lot with Uli because we had a distant friendship. You know, we're always mailing each other or on WhatsApp, sending us videos and songs from other bands. And make small talk. And we talked a lot about this, and he liked it so much. He said, "Great," but I said, "No, I'm not so much in contact with Jorn, so he doesn't even know." I think he knows now, but he will be surprised. And he was the main guy 20 years ago to release it immediately, not now in 20 years.
Mhm.
But I think he should be proud to be on. And I was really taking care that he's looking good there and you know, having good spots, like cut it in a way, you know, as much as possible, because you have to be. I didn't want to show myself all the time because, you know, I'm now Masterplan still, but I wanted to show each guy as much as possible, you know.
Yeah. And that's one thing that sometimes fails when the bands like grow apart, like for releases 20 years after. But yeah, I mean, you did a great job there. Also in the editing of the DVD, like you were just saying, like a camera for everyone, and yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I
Um,
made I made the editing here. That means I did it in a way, and I didn't know what I did. I just edited like audio, you know. I took the
yeah,
sequence. Now it should stop, and then I made it just like audio with a picture, you know, the video. And I said, okay, it works. It looks good. And then I just showed it to AFM, and then they said, yeah, but you bounced it to a wrong format. And then there came my not knowledge kind of thing. What do you mean? Yeah, it has to be 16:9 or something, and I made it different. So this work was done by our keyboard player Axel, because he works a lot with professional video TV station in Hamburg. So he knows to do it, and he made a bit how you the format he changed, and also he made the quality of the video a bit antique, different colors or something, you know.
yeah,
And that's I didn't do. So that's why he has the extra kind of line. Axel Mackenroth did this kind of pre-production or something. I don't even remember.
yeah.
Yeah, so he helped me a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and you already talking about the new album is still going to be in the band. Are there any changes regarding like your last album, Pumpkins, or Novo Initium? I don't know which one you consider your last album at the studio.
No, we have the same band members. So Rick Alti singing, Kevin Cott drums, Axel always keyboards, Axel Mackenroth, Jari Kanulainen bass, yeah, and me. So we recorded already some. I mean, it's a shame the material is written already 2 years ago, and last year beginning of last year we finished the last song in the studio, Axel and me, and then we never finished the vocal melodies and the lyrics. And now since September I'm working on the vocal melodies and lyric writing, and Rick was singing already the second song now. And I think before the tour, which we have end of February with Firewind together, like a co-headlining tour, we want to release at least 2 singles, like one, how you call it, lyrics video, and maybe one real video, and to support the tour a bit more, and the new album which comes out after the tour. And I think everything will be recorded till the tour finishing, but then AFM needs a lot of months, many months to release the album, you know. But definitely something is going on now. You know,
Yeah,
I
and
said
what can you
many.
say? What can you reveal about those new songs that you're working on?
It's like definitely not another copy of the first album, what people always want. You know, it's like I was never like that. You know, I was always a guy who wants to surprise the people, and we're all changing. The style in my head is not changing drastically, but you know, it's typical Masterplan with prog elements, with very melodic parts, and some, I don't know, some untypical stuff which I like to present. I think the market changed so much the last 10 years that I don't even have to think about album anymore. It's more about singles now. And we also have maybe more material than we need. We have 14 songs here. Maybe we keep some for after this album to even present more and more videos or text videos, to be always in the mouth, we say, of people, you know, because we had such a long break because my business in the music, in my own music studio, was very heavy the last 10 years, and now it's I decided I want to go supporting Masterplan and my own guitar playing again. You know, I was not much playing the last couple of years, or 10 years, I would say, and now I'm hungry again. You know, of the tour.
Yeah.
We announced the tour, and then I said, let's go for it. You know, especially when you're my age, you want to know it. Can I still do it or not? You know, but it's like it's fun to play and to be responsible for your own music, not taking just other bands, always mixing. I just mixed in July Lords of Black again from Spain, and so next band maybe next year. So I have a longer break now.
Yeah, and you were saying that you have 14 songs so far. Maybe some of those songs that you are leaving out will be in some years parts of a re-release, like the Kid Rock's On and Through Thick and Thin are for this album. I mean, they weren't included in the original album, and yet they are on this re-release. Why did you include them now?
Yeah, they were not included on the album, but they were bonus tracks. They were on the singles. You know, one was for Japan, one was for
the DP before.
And this Led Zeppelin cover song was just released on any album of us. It was just released on a compilation. Was it from Spain? For Locomotive Records, something like that. And that was very special. I thought to have these three together on the album is something. We still have one song from the first album which we never released.
Yeah, that's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg.
This song is so brutal that we thought maybe it's not to Masterplan. It's basically it's inspired by Roy Z. He gave me this idea and I worked it out. And then I was singing demo vocals on it, made also lyrics which were really brutal. Not my Heroes or Kind-Hearted Light or Sail On lyrics. It was like about war, basically aggression and war. And I like the song, and I think Andy Sneap told me this is his favorite, but he's not such a power metal fan. He likes more brutal stuff, you know. And maybe I will release it on my own as a Masterplan song. I mean, it's only on drums. I played all guitars, I played bass, keyboards. So it's like an Uli Kush, me, Masterplan, main writers of the first album. And maybe I do it in the middle of next year, end of next year or something, as a special thing. Nothing to make money. It's just release it and, you know, just
throwing it into the world and see how everyone reacts to it.
I mean, why should I should leave it in my computer for the rest of my life? You know,
yeah, exactly.
It's a shame. It's a good song. It's a good song. People will be surprised, but if you release it like an extra, you know, stuff, nobody can complain. But it's not like the other songs, you know, this kind of stuff. It's like, wow, what is that? You know, that's what I like. I like to surprise people sometimes. I don't want to be writing the same song all my life, you know. And also, when I was still in Helloween, I was always the guy who tried something new, like Escalation 666 was very special. But I mean, Time of the O's or Mr. Ego, they were all different.
Were really different from the other ones, yeah, that's for sure.
I tried to see what the other guys had, and I didn't want to write the same power metal, speed metal, or something. I said we have this, so I should make something else, and that makes the picture of an album makes it more round. You know, you don't have 9 power metal songs, 1 ballad, that's it. But if you have something like what is this? You know, people still in the beginning maybe they say, I don't like it, and then later they're coming, it's my favorite song. You know, after 10, 20 years.
Yeah, it's not easy to get into them at the beginning, but then you start realizing that they fit perfectly into the album.
Yeah, that's what I think, and yeah.
Yeah, maybe that other song. Yeah, maybe that other song is the beginning of a new project for you. You know,
oh yeah,
from Masterplan.
Even for my project, what I'm thinking about. You see, I'm really getting active now. Maybe even this song is too far. You know, it's very different. It's like I don't know how to say it. What was 20 years ago? Like Linkin Park or something, but not singing like that, you know. Yeah. More brutal than Linkin Park. Maybe Slayer mixed Linkin Park, something like that. It's a really good song, but it's groovy. It's really massive guitar sound. It's down tuned a bit, not too much, and has a very interesting solo part.
Mhm.
Like, never played something like this, so it was interesting. You
Yeah,
will
it
be
seems
surprised. You will
it
find out.
seems like something that was never done before. I mean, Slayer with Linkin Park. That's bold to try to do.
I mean, if somebody gives me inspiration, and it was the same on the Dark Ride album when Roy said, "Here, I'll show you something with a down tuning. Try something like this." I said, "Oh, that's cool." And then I wrote in one day Escalation 666. I never did this before.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes nowadays it's not so easy to be inspired because everybody, I'm not sure what is so much different the last 20 years, but I'm also not listening so much to other bands anymore, so I'm in my own bubble, and when I'm mixing bands, I have always, their kind of music in my head, which I try not to copy or not to be inspired. But it's basically when I hear something fresh and it's for me reachable, because some people play really crazy, very high tech or 8 strings. I don't like this kind of guitars. It's not my style. I would not follow this trap.
Mhm.
7 string is we used already. We had just a trick. We used 6 strings, but it was down tuned like a 7 string. And but 8 string would be too much. No, it's too many. The neck is so big, and then I have to. Nah, I don't want to learn it.
Yeah, you're too old for that already.
Yeah, I mean nowadays I'm singing more, and I'm getting a bit addicted. Without pressure. I don't need to sing for album in a moment. But I'm singing the melodies for Rick, and that he knows what I'm talking about. It's better than just a piano or like a flute keyboard sound, and especially the lyrics and rhythmic of singing. And so I was rehearsing a lot the last couple of years when I had, but not always every day or something. It's just what. Then I had a week I had time, and then I had 3 months nothing. And this is not constant. You're not getting much better then. But now I'm singing every day nearly. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you always have a very groovy voice. I mean, even on the Helloween, on those songs like Soul Survivor, like those backing vocals that you used to do.
I liked a little bit this. I always like to sing clean, to be honest. I can sing a bit rough on the edge a bit, or low. I can sing low stuff very good, like Jorn did, I didn't say it. I have very sonoric mid-range low voice, but I grew up with Mark Farner, this kind of clean voice, and all the music in the 70s. I liked always the singers like Lou Gramm from Foreigner, the Kansas singer. I love this kind of old, really clean singers, to be honest. From Styx, Toto, Bobby Kimball. And then when I heard Michael Kiske, I said, "Oh, that's cool. This is different, but it's clean. I like it." And then I was singing the harmonies. I was trying to sing between bit Kiske, a little bit mix Mark Farner, so this kind of style. And I think it worked really well. I mean, I see High Life or older material when I making backup choirs or something with Andy Darius, or also with Kiske. It sounded really good. I mean, when I was singing harmonies on the first tour, it was nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
truly was. Now, you already mentioned that you have a double headline tour planned for beginning of next year with Firewind. What are you planning for that tour so far?
Planning. Yeah, I think it's not so easy to plan something on our situation on the level we have both bands. I mean, we have a little concept on stage, like how you call it, stage art. Not the typical
Yeah.
martial arts in the back. So we have something like you watch a stage and it doesn't look like a real stage from the 70s or something. It's like more modern. So it's like a kind of picture, 3D kind of stuff. And yeah, we will have our drummer Kevin Cott doesn't have time to come with us because he's teacher now. He finished studying last year, I guess, and he has only time on weekends or in a holiday part of the school. So we have his name, I don't know, the Ephraim Larsen from Sweden. This is a drummer who is helping out this time. So this will be different. challenging. So we have also rehearsal in Frankfurt one day before the tour starts. And yeah, so I think it's a challenge. I think I will rehearse a lot because this super guru guitar player, Gus G, is playing there, and we're good friends. But I don't want to look so stupid next to him, you know, because he's great guitar player. We toured together, by the way, on this tour with a DVD, you know,
Oh, yeah.
in Dream Evil at that time, and so we toured on the same bus and talked. He was very young and a bit shy, but now I met him 2 weeks ago here in Slovakia, and I met him also in Rome 4 or 5 years ago. We had a project, so it's nice to be with him, you know. And he's really down to earth, really cool guy, and so that's why I want to be a bit better. So I will have 3 months still to rehearse.
Yeah, and
maybe I make some solo parts or some between songs, something like Me Alone, you know, with a keyboard or something. I should work out something because he's too good. He should not that people go. Gus is cool, but Roland, nah.
Yeah,
I think I don't need to be worried. It's like inspiration, you know. It's just
yeah. And
we're not.
Masterplan and Helloween will fit very well because I mean you and Gus are two of the best guitar players to ever walk the earth. I mean, each in its own style, but you are really two of the best guitar players ever. So.
Oh, thank you. I think it's a nice package, to be honest. You know, the music style is close, but not the same because we have, I don't know, a bit more metal, a bit more prog. But the new stuff I heard from him is like Thin Lizzy, modern Thin Lizzy kind of style, really nice melodic. I like it, you know. It's kind of, I mean, we're on the same label. That's pretty cool. So
yeah, and you also release a new album like after the tour, so that's also another thing that you have in common. Are you planning on having songs from that new album played on this tour?
If we make an official video, maybe one song, one song we will, yeah. So also we people complaining, hope we should change our set lists. We play always the same, which I think it's a bit nonsense because we have not so many shows. We played, I think last year just Wacken and 2 other festivals. Why you should change all the set list, you know? If you play always the same countries, then of course you should make a lot of changes. But we will change now some other songs from the past, and I will think about it now, and then we start rehearsing maybe in December. Each guy at home first, and then we meet in Frankfurt and play. But I think maybe something like a surprise song which we never played, or played, but maybe just 2-3 times. I remember, you know. And yeah, one new song, and I think it's the best part to show the people they're not watching the same songs or listening.
Yeah. Seems like a great plan for the set list. So far, there isn't a Portuguese date, but you know, if you get the chance, don't waste it. I would really love to see that story here in Portugal.
I remember we played. How long is it? 3 years, 4 years ago, in Portugal on the festival. It was beautiful. You know, I'm a bit sad. We could have more dates like Portugal, Italy. What is missing? Switzerland is missing. England was also in the plan. No England dates. So it could be maybe make a second tour if it's successful. We will see. You know,
It would be great.
Yeah, I think the package is great. It's, you know, when people like Firewind and or Masterplan or both, it's a kind of, oh, this finally, you know, it's a bit more secure for us as a band instead of going alone on a headline tour after 10 years. I'm not sure what's coming, you know. But Portugal is certainly on my wish list. Yeah, I like to play there, and we have maybe more plans to. I don't know if I can say it, but we might go also to South America with this package in the end of the year next year.
That you know, big plans for this tour, and you know, I know for a fact that Gaji is also looking forward to playing Portugal because I actually talked to him like in September about his live release. So he's also really looking forward to playing Portugal. So you know, it would be great to have you both here.
Yeah. So we have many plans. Also,
Yeah.
maybe I it's now in the making. there's a promoter who wants me to come to Brazil or South America end of January. That means before the tour even. That means I will be busy. So, and I think we didn't really speak because about which song I should play, but I would suggest just Helloween songs, you know, my songs and the stuff from Bush.
Yeah.
And that's enough great material that people will, they're not seeing it live anymore, you know, like the song Push, Revelation, my songs, you know, the 10 or 8 I have in the list last time. So I played last time there was a mix of my Helloween songs and then Masterplan songs. But I think I should Masterplan not play because we go anyway end of the year. So
Yeah.
I think that's the idea. So I have to learn a lot of songs. That's cool.
Learn or relearn them because you already played them before.
I mean, I played them all, but the intro for Revelation, this kind of, you know, when you didn't play it for 20, 25 years. I don't know when we played it last time. But you have to be concentrated, you know. If you make one mistake, it sounds horrible. You know, this kind of. But definitely, it's great to play this stuff again and to make these people happy. You know, when you see them hearing this for after 25 years, and they have tears in their eyes. You know, I remember 3 years ago I made this kind of tour already with the Brazilian musicians, and it was nice, really cool.
Yeah, and one thing that I was really surprised was when Helloween made their reunion announcement with Michael Kiske and Kai Hansen. I was really hoping you will be there too. What happened?
I think the plan was just a reunion with the old guys, all. Kai is one of the main guys who started the band. Kiske came, I don't know, 2 years later. So, and then the fans asked, why the other 2 guys not, you know? And then, no, it's just about the beginning. For me, a real reunion would be just my taste, you know, would be Kai, Mikey, Kiske, Marcos, and then, of course, drummer should be, the best would be Uli Kusch, to be honest, because Ingo is not anymore, but that's what I thought. And then the other guys stay home for a while. And but then of course it's different plan. Now it's a big band, like 7 members, and I think it's too much. When we are there, Uli and me, what should we do there? You know, it's like
I mean, I was 4 guitars on stage would be something never seen before. I think would be really great.
Better than Iron Maiden. One more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was in contact with them 2 years. I think I met them in Sweden, Helloween, in a hotel, and then I spoke with Andy, and he tried to ignore me, not to say hi, and I just went to him and said, "What's going on, man? It's how many years now? 20 years, and why you don't talk to me? You know, it's like childish, you know." And then we stayed there, or I, with all the band members. Just Sasha wasn't there; he was in a room. And I was hanging out with them for 2-3 hours talking. And then they came to Slovakia 6 months later, and I went there and I was still again having party and with them, and made pictures with Marcos and Sasha. And then I knew about the rumors. I was talking to Kai. Kai I met many times in Hamburg when we played in Hamburg. And he came also to my studio. Kai was his wife now. She's Slovakian. And so everything was like a friendship kind of thing. And then they made reunion. Then there was this interview with Michael Kiske. Why Roland is not, he didn't want it, he said. And I said, I was not even asked, you know. And then came this hard kind of comments of Andy Darius about my leaving of Helloween. Why? And I said, what is this? Why he's saying such a negative, untrue story, you know? And I don't want to get further into it. I should write a book about
it. Yeah, definitely.
But then I think what changed between the meetings? I met them 3 times, and then now they even want to see me. It's really weird. You know?
Yeah.
And, so I think it will never happen. I think I have to.
Yeah, but the good part is that this way we can have Helloween and we can have Masterplan. both
Yeah.
at the top of their game. So yeah.
And I think was yesterday not somebody posted Gamma Ray something is active again.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
think
see
so.
what is it? I think it was somebody posted it. I was like, huh? Weird. Anyways, I think they make a break now, new album, and so then we see what they're doing. By the way, I met in August. I met Marcus at the airport, and Kai Hansen as well. So and the manager and the roadie who plays in Iron Savior. I forgot his name. Don't mention that I forgot the name. He was my roadie before.
Yeah.
You know, I should remember his name. Yes, but I'm really bad in names anyway. So, but
Yeah.
he's a really good guy. So I met them all in the airport. I found really like, hey, and hugging, you know, all that stuff. You see, it's all about something which I don't know what it is, but I don't want to know. So if they would ask me, I would say yes, maybe. But see, you know, I have to concentrate on Masterplan and not thinking about them so much.
Yeah. All right, Roman, thank you so much. I think that's it. It was an honor to do this interview with you. Would you like to send any message to your Portuguese fans?
Yeah, I would like to come back with Masterplan and to play there and having fun again. I remember the last festival we played. It was wonderful. Some famous, I forgot also the name of the festival. Anyways, we like to come back and hopefully to see you soon. You know?
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, man.